Alright guys, welcome back to a little Wi-Fi battle that I had with ScarfedSylveon. I'm sort of sick right now, so if my voice is a bit bad, I'll just you guys have to deal with it right now because I can't really record too much. So I'm gonna lead off with the Talonflame, predicting him to lead off with the Breloom, predicting me to have the Donphan out, but he actually leads with the Rotom Wash, and I really can't do anything here. So I bring in my Conkeldurr, expecting him to just go for a special move. I'm assault vested, so I should take it, but he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, which is actually good because I'm Guts. I decide to just go for the Facade here. It's probably my best option. He brings in his Mega Gyarados, and I just go for the Facade, do some major damage. Hopefully I stay in here thinking I can take a move from him, and I luckily do with 2 HP, playing it risky. But I unfortunately died of the burn, so that's really gonna suck. I can't really do too much to him. I'm sorry about that. But he brings in Jake the Infernape, and I bring out my Donphan, and we sort of just exchange rocks here. Him using the Stealth Rocks here kind of makes me think that he's a Suicide Lead Infernape, but I didn't think he would be a special Infernape. But that actually does a shit ton to me. So I go for the Rapid Spin, getting rid of the rocks right away. And then I actually decide to switch out here and my Talonflame because he can force the Infernape out, and I can go for a Tailwind and hopefully destroy him. I'm really sorry about the voice, by the way. I can't really do anything about it. I'm gonna try and keep it to a minimum, but I go for the Tailwind here, predicting the switch into the Rotom. I swap out. Here we go. I'm saying it a little bit too early. I swap out into my Hydreigon because he can take any hit. This thing throws out and force him out. But luckily he missed his Hydro Pump. He's got the leftovers. He decides to switch out. I predict him to go into the Sylveon. So I go straight up for the U-turn because neither one of my moves would do too much to him. Especially Flamethrower would do the most to him. Still not good enough. But I bring in my Lando because I want to knock off this thing's Choice Specs because that's what it usually is in OU. Get rid of the Choice Specs. I'm able to take a Hyper Voice. Not too well, but I take it decently. So my Tailwind's out. I just stay and go for the Earthquake. Just try and get some damage off. He brings out Oni-chan, the Breloom, and this is where things get a little bit difficult for me. I decide to actually swap out here with the U-turn, thinking it'd do more than that, but it does a decent amount for a neutral damage move. I go into my Donphan, predicting him to go for Spore because I didn't want him to do anything, but he actually goes for the Substitute, which really sucks for me because now he can just he can stall pretty much a lot of my things out, probably put my T-Flame to sleep, and that's not good for me at all. So I just let Donphan die, try and get the Earthquake damage off, but he actually goes for the Drain Punch. But I bring in T-Flame, go for the Protect, thinking, oh, maybe he'll just, go for the Spore. But there was really no point in doing that. I go for the Brave Bird just to take out his substitute, because I really can't do anything to him. I get a crit, an unnecessary crit, and he puts Talonflame to sleep here with the Spore, which really sucks because I need Talonflame. Talonflame isn't necessary, but he's definitely a good poke. This is actually a support Talonflame. I just decided to swap. Actually, I don't wouldn't hear, to be honest. But I actually decided to swap out now because this Rotom's going to do a lot to me. Go back into my Hydreigon because he can take any hit. He goes for a Volt Switch, which is nice because it's not going to do too much to me, and I can pretty much handle anything. He goes back into Pretty Boy, and I just decide to go for a U-turn after waiting a long time, thinking I could get some chip damage off. And I go into my Mega Slowbro. Unfortunately, I take a Hyper Voice, which is not too good, but I am max special defense on this guy, so I was thinking I could do something, but I guess not. So I Mega Evolve and just decide to go for a Scald, hoping to take him out. And it brings him down to red HP, but I luckily get the burn, which is gonna take out Pretty Boy, the fucking Sylveon, which is really good because I could not do anything. But I decided to swap out here. I don't want to lose Slowbro this early. Go to my Landorus, he actually goes for a Volt Switch, which is actually a decent thing for me. I think he was just trying to get some damage off, take me out. Alright, I decided to swap out my Hydreigon because he's just going to stay in and do some damage to me. I predict that. And a Hydreigon can basically do a lot of damage to him with a Choice Scarf Draco Meteor. If I was Choice Specs, I would have a chance to OHKO, but unfortunately I don't have a chance. So he goes for the Volt Switch just to get some initiative, but it's not going to do too much for him. I'm Choice Scarf, so he is actually going to bring in Jake, the Fernape. I switch out predicting a Mach Punch, but he actually predicts that, I'm pretty sure, and goes for the Stealth Rock here. Which really sucks because I can't Rapid Spin it away, and now Talonflame is pretty much dead, and so is Big Slowbro. And I know this. I decide to go straight for the Earthquake, knowing I can take an Overheat, and it just brings me down. All these close calls in this episode, damn. I'm just living everything, it's crazy. But then I get some Leftovers recovery back. He actually goes in the Deep Tunnel, the Excadrill. I should have probably swapped out here, maybe save and Intimidate, but I just let Landorus die. And then I'm going to bring in my Hydreigon. I actually overpredict here. I predict him to go into Rotom. It really sucks. It really sucks. Because if I went for Flamethrower, I could have worked around and taken out this Pokemon. But now Talonflame is actually going to get destroyed. It really sucks. I could not do anything to this guy now. And then when I bring in Mega Slowbro, he's actually going to get destroyed by Stealth Rocks. So if you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button. It's always appreciated. And remember to check out ScarfedSylveon. I will see you guys next time. Later.